Welcome to my channel. My name is Kati and today it's time for my monthly confession about what all stationery related I have bought in the previous month. And I have to admit this is not a nice video to make because I'm not satisfied with all my purchasing decisions from last month. It's never nice to admit that you kinda have made a mistake, but on the other hand, I didn't know it before making the decision, because before I had the product in my hand, I wouldn't have known that it was a mistake. But let's just go through all the things that I bought, so then we have it behind us. I have my spending tracker in my daily personal planner, and it's here behind the green tab, because I just think money is green. And here I have my May tracker, my bills tracker, and here I have then my April passion spending tracker. And I have made all these inserts myself so that I have something that's just right for me and my needs. And April had 30 days, so I decided that I want to reach at least 16 no spend days. And then my stationery budget was 50 euros. And then I had from March, I had the total amount of almost 196 euros, so that's together about 245 euros. And if you're wondering, so on the other side I have my inner child budget, which contains like books and online courses and my tarot decks and just everything that I consider like self-development or personal growth or things like that. So I track that also here, because when something becomes a problem, it's time to track it. So that's why I have this one here also. I have a color code, and because I write in Finnish most of the time, so then it's easier for you to follow what and yes, you understand my categories. So green is a no spend day, and then blue is anything necessary like groceries. Pink is passion spending, so that's anything stationery related or my inner child budget. And then yellow is anything else spending wise. The first day I messed everything up on the first day, so you can see that I spent more than my monthly budget. The first thing that I was wanting was this Rapesco 6-hole punch, and I actually made a video about this, comparing it to my old 6-hole punch, the Vaesen Creative, and I will link it here and below. So I was so excited about this, so I was thinking this is the perfect punch, but it turned out that it wasn't the perfect punch, at least not for all sizes, and I go that through in my comparison video. But luckily this is at least perfect for the personal size. So, and as I use personal now for my daily planner, I use this now for these inserts, so it's perfect for personal in my opinion. So I'm happy about it, and it wasn't expensive. It was actually cheaper than I thought, so I only paid 12 euros and 70 cents for it from Amazon.de. Then, because we were at Amazon, and I don't know, it's just a thing that I always want to have free shipping. So then if I'm ordering something, I'm like, okay, what else do we need? So I have been wanting like a single hole punch. So when I do like laminated dividers, so that I would have something to punch the holes without messing up my hole punch. But what was stupid about these is that I had to pay 2 so that they would ship to Finland. And I was like, okay, I can take 2. So these were €3.94 a piece. And it wouldn't be a problem, but I hate these. Okay, so this is a very bad puncher. Actually, the other one, this one doesn't punch at all. Maybe I should show you. Let's see how it works now on camera. So here you can see the end result. It's not pretty. And this is paper. When I take a laminating piece, it's like I can't do a hole with this one. It's like the punching thing doesn't like completely, it's like gets stuck here, so it's not making any nice holes. And this one is luckily a bit better, so you can see it makes a little nicer holes. It doesn't get stuck. I can show you. So this is the, and I'm like giving all what I got. And I can't make a hole. So this is the end result with that one. But this is good workout for my hands. Yeah. That's the reason why I bought this. And this works. So the other one makes the holes, and the other one I can't. This just, no, like it doesn't work. And yes, maybe you are now like, why don't you return it and so on, but I don't know how that like works. In Finland it's not so easy to return things. I don't know, maybe Amazon D would be different. In Finland we can't return things if we are not satisfied with them. Maybe I could say this is like faulty. And now that I'm thinking about it, so if I'm worried that my punch goes bad when I'm punching laminated pieces, I just realized that I should have bought just 2 of these, because this was just little less than 13 euros and these were 8 euros. And with this I get the 6 holes at once. So I should have a second one for punching anything else than paper. So if it goes bad, I still have the one for paper. Or other option, I could use this for everything, and then when it goes bad, buy a new one. But I have already learned from my paper cutter that the cutting piece goes bad very quickly if I cut laminated pieces. And I have also ruined my corner punches for punching rounding laminated pieces. So I know they go bad, but I still want to do it. So that's why I'm like a little babying this now and not punching anything else than paper and washi and paper. And then, because this wasn't enough for the free shipping, I kept shopping. And then I found or saw this. So I have been thinking about wanting a new fountain pen with an M-nib at least to use with my morning pages. And Pelikan, I have heard, has good nibs, and this was only 11 euros and 64 cents. I didn't fall in love with this, and the reasons are, I don't know, I just find this is not easy to open. I just want to like turn it like this, but then it opens the cartridge, so I can't open the pen like this. Maybe if I could, well, it's called twist, so maybe I just wouldn't want to twist it like this and open, but I have to pull it like this, and I don't know, that's like just not satisfying for me. And then the pen, you can see it's like a triangle, and this is the first pen that forces me to write or like hold the pen in this correct manner. So I hold my pens wrong. So this was the first pen that made me hold my pen like this, and of course I can't write. Now I have been practicing for about a week, so I'm getting there, but why I don't like it is that I'm not enjoying it, because I hold my pens like this. And this is the way that I like to write, that I'm straight here. But now I am in this angle, and I'm just not used to it, and I don't like my handwriting, and I use it for my morning pages when I'm tired and I would just like to write, and then I have to concentrate on the writing. So that's why I'm not have been enjoying this so much that I would have wanted. But the nib works, so nothing wrong about that. I kind of like it that it teaches me to hold the pen the right way, but I don't think that I would like to start writing like this, because it's, again, it feels hard. So I just feel like that I get a better grip of the pen like this. If I grab it like I would want to, it feels bad, and then the nib is like in a bad angle, so it's not writing so well, and okay. Let's stop talking about that. But I bought this, and then I also took this Pelikan ink. So this violet ink for the pen for my morning pages. So this was €4.33. So not much, and I have now ink for my morning pages for a while, and I can just like this, so I can just refill these cartridges then. That was nice that this came with this one of these long cartridges, but it wasn't this violet, it was the blue one, so I put, of course, a purple or violet cartridge here inside. Was that all? Yes, so this was all that I bought from Amazon DE on the first day of April. But because I was like in the flow and I was wanting something else, and I didn't find it at a good price from Amazon, so then I went to check AliExpress and then continued shopping there. What I have been wanting is these blunt syringes, and I use these for like filling my cartridges with ink. So I just wanted to have for every color an own syringe. So I have started to use these first with my yellow ink. So I just put some washi here so that I remember which one is for which color. And this is such an easy way to fill the cartridges, and I like this. And now I have, for every color I have one. Or I don't have so many ink puddles, but I couldn't buy, I don't remember, but you always have to buy like bigger, no, not always, but usually on AliExpress you have to buy these cheaper things in larger amounts. So I took 20 of these, and these were only €4.32. And then one thing that I have been thinking about a long time, and now that I was having a shopping day and was on AliExpress, I finally pulled the trigger and ordered some rings from, these are from Moterm, and I chose 30mm gold rings. And this is because of my dream planner project, and because I have heard many people say that 30mm rings are big. So I just thought that I want to have the experience myself, and yes, it would be lovely if I would have some planner friends here nearby who would also have ring planners, so that I could maybe see these in use in real life. But because I don't have that, I decided to order these. These were €9.26 with shipping, so that again is a cheaper option to try 30mm rings than to order a 200 euro planner. I'm satisfied with this, so I'm happy because, and what I'm just wondering, I maybe should have also taken the 21mm rings, but I have here a Filofax that has 23, so I thought that the 23 and 25 is so close, so I just wanted to see what is the 30mm about. So if I'm ordering a custom made planner, if I want it with 30 or if 25mm is enough. That was all that I bought on the first day, and that was 50 euros and 13 cents. Then I don't know, it just feels like I've messed up on the first day, so it's like it doesn't matter what the rest of the month brings. But here is my second purchase, so I still did the traditional morning pages purchase, and here you can see that I messed it up in the store, but I didn't want to change it because this doesn't matter in my use, and I didn't want to cause waste or somebody else have to buy a broken. I just had too many things in my hands and it bended. So, but this is the Brunnen student notebook with lined paper. Then here I reached my no spend days goal on the 26th, and here I made my first inner child order on the last day. So I couldn't resist, so I did some shopping also here. But you can see I did the shopping on the first day and on the last day. And my results. So I ended up spending 53 euros and 12 cents. I'm not proud of that, especially because I'm not satisfied with all that I bought, but it's done. And I have now 192 euros and 50 cents for the next month, and I have spent in total little over 100 euros. So you can see that in April I have spent over half of the money that I have spent in this year. But I have been thinking about the new 6-hole punch for a while. I have been thinking about the rings for a while. So, and I have been dreaming about a new pen and thought about some ink. So it just like unfolded on the same. And I have also thought about these for a while. So it was just like, okay, one day and I ordered everything that I have been thinking for a while. So maybe it was just like wishes and wants and needs from many months just came true on that one day. So it's okay, but it didn't add anything to my budget. So my savings goal for my dream planner, and I will link the first part of that as I ordered some leather samples. I will link it here and below. So that didn't come any closer in April. But no spend days, I got a good result, so 18 no spend days, so I'm happy about that. And here in my inner child budget, this 61 euros was less than in the previous, well, no, it's okay, I don't know. What do you think? How did I do? I know I wouldn't feel so bad if I would be happy with my purchases. Nothing wrong with this, but it's just like it's like I didn't really, it wasn't a need. So, and this wasn't also a need. So it was just, I wanted to try it. I am enjoying using this, but it wasn't so good that I was expecting. So that way it was a disappointment, but I do enjoy it for my personal. And this, I'm happy that I have this because I'd rather use 10 euros for these so that I'm sure about what ring size to choose when I'm ordering a custom planner. These I'm happy about, so yes, I'm very satisfied. But this was just a cheap thing, but it's so useful. And these It's just metal. I could put it in a metal bin. So it's not so bad. If you have any questions or comments, if you want to let me know how your April went spending wise, I would happy to hear. Did you make good purchases, bad purchasing decisions, or where are you in your stationery budget? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I would be very happy if you would. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you down below in the comments. Have a nice day. See you later. Bye bye.